Hey there, Maggie here again with another episode in Thoughts from a Changing Mind. Couple of quick things just need to go over this time. The first one was that I've just come back from actually a nice evening out, but there's been several days over the last few days where, to be honest, it's been, a bit of a ordinary, boring, normal, down day. And it's the kind of days where you'd just get maybe a little depressed. I mean, I don't know that I get depressed as such, but it's very easy with, the pressures of a normal day without having to deal with all the things that are going through your head with a transition like this, to have down days and to maybe get depressed. And I know it's a fact of life for a lot of people, particularly younger people, who have to go through so much, and depression can be dangerous. The thing is that what I wanted to really touch on is that if you're faced sometimes with just a bad day, it can be just simply that. It's just a bad day. You need to take a day off, be kind to yourself, and not worry that you're depressed about your change, or whether I'm doing the right thing, or any of the concerns or questions that come up. It's very simple to think that, oh, I'm depressed, therefore it must be about this. It could be about a myriad of lots of other different things and have nothing to do with the journey that you're on. So even on bad days, just still see the beauty in you and of what you're doing. And if you feel depressed, let that beauty help you out of it, and don't let the depression of other things that are going on in your life, the other stresses and strains, deflect you from what you want to do. And I'm sure if you have any questions or anything else about your journey, there are plenty of people who will be only too pleased to talk to you and tell you you're not alone. And that's one of the reasons I do this, just to let you know that you're not alone. There's lots and lots of people who are going through this, have been through this, are thinking about going through this, and they not only can help you, but you never know, you can help them. The other thing is that, again, on some days when you're a little bit down, it could be because there's so much going on in your head. Sometimes it's very easy to get overwhelmed by all the questions there are out there, all the worries, the questions that come up. It may be that you're not getting any answers, or not any that make any sense. You might have so many answers you can't pick the one out which is right for you or that you feel comfortable with. It's sometimes, as I say, overwhelming, and you've just got to try and find a way of trying to hone in on the one that means something to you. But also, it's sometimes important to remember that not all questions need answers. And in fact, sometimes the important thing is not to get the answer, it's just to ask the question in the first place. One of Garth Brooks' songs says one of God's greatest gifts is unanswered prayers. And it's the same thing with questions. Sometimes the fact that you don't get an answer to your question is an answer in itself. And the release comes from just asking the question. And another thing that has been valuable to me in doing these videos is that I'm verbalizing the thoughts that are occurring in my head. Obviously they're only one of thousands, millions of thoughts that go through anybody's head on any day. But by verbalizing them, it makes them more real, and it makes it something which I can get my teeth into and think about. And that's why I call these thoughts from a changing mind, is because all of these questions and thoughts are going through my head all the time. And I don't know all the answers. In fact, there may not be any answers. But it's important sometimes just to ask the question, and doing that out loud actually makes it more real. And whether you do it in a video, whether you do it to the mirror, whether you just talk to yourself, it's not a sign of madness. It's actually important, because just like sometimes you have to write things down, journaling for some people is important because it makes it real if they write it down. For others, it's important to actually say it because it makes it more real. So don't be afraid to talk things through, even if only to yourself, because it will help. Now, it's even better, obviously, if you can talk to a friend or a partner or a therapist. It has the same benefit. But you don't need the others all the time. You can do this yourself just by, as I say, talking to a mirror, talking to yourself, and maybe doing your own videos. Even if you don't publish them, just do them for your own use, for journaling, video journaling, because it will help document your journey. It will help you keep the important thoughts and questions forefront in your mind. And maybe that will help you prioritize dealing with one or two or several of them, rather than getting overwhelmed by everything that's going on at the same time. So just a thought. As I say, I get a lot of value from this, just for me personally, but the biggest value is hoping that maybe somehow this makes sense to you and that it helps you. If it does, great. If you want to let me know it does, even better. I'm always open to suggestions and feedback. It means the world. But in the meantime, stay well, stay safe and happy. Big hugs to you as always, and I'll talk to you again soon, all right? See you next time. Bye for now.